is based on everything we have defined, his ability to do something new. I would say that in that particular place or time. Okay, so let me give an example now. It may not be new somewhere else. Do you get? So it may not be new. Like now, let me say that if they bring a bridge to Nigeria that opens up, I don't know how many of us know the London Bridge. The London Bridge has the ability to open up the bridge and allow big ships to pass, and then it closes. So the day they bring that bridge kind of bridge, they build it in Nigeria, is it not something new? That's something that's great. This generation is really high on creativity. This is a generation that thrives on creativity. This is a generation that places value more than any on creativity. But it's not new. It's just that the sphere of influence is new, kind of. Okay, so if you have watched maybe any history documentary, how did, and some people don't like science, but how did Isaac Newton think that the apple falls from the tree and so there is a force? Now, what does that mean? That means for you to be creative in your generation, you have to be a thinker. Yes or no? You have to. So in this country, we find out that maybe it is our education that is somehow skewed, because a lot of times, if you see all those other curriculum, I love education a lot, so I know to an extent. You find out that what they do is, when they are teaching their people, they teach them to think. So, our own is like, there are 4 cars on the road and 2 came, or 2 left. How many cars are there? Like, you understand? But these ones, they will give you question and redundant information. You are the one that will think. Now, we have not been really made to think. Beloved, I want to say that in 2024, you need to start thinking. There is no creativity without thinking. Okay, so somebody said, okay, so there is a law of gravity. And you know the beautiful thing about these guys? There is a mathematical equation that is proven each time about the laws. Now, beloved, I want to tell you, I have studied really wealthy guys. I'm not talking Nigerian people. I have studied really wealthy guys. And I can tell you for free, not that I'm not talking of Nigerians, that most of these really wealthy people, they wanted to make a difference in humanity. Do you understand? So Bill Gates will think to himself that I need computers to be easily accessible to everybody. What will I do? Now it is not big and chunky. Everybody can carry that. So they want to solve. For you to be creative, you need to be interested in human beings and solving problems. If your creativity is just how to make money, the juice will not flow like that. It must be beyond you. It must be about mankind. I've seen one thing and I tell my children, I said, you cannot honor and respect God so much that you disregard men. The biggest show and sign that you honor God is when you honor men. You cannot say that, you cannot say you love God that you have not seen and despise the human beings that you have seen. So, creativity. This evening, as we're talking about creativity, I want you to know one thing. You must choose to want to solve a problem for mankind. Creativity will increase. It's like God, it's like a divine law. So when we see these people, they are not believers, they are not, but they love human beings and they have more desire for humanity more than you, the believer. Is something will flow to them. So why would Elon Musk think that he should have an electric car? Because he thinks that the environment, the climate is being damaged, the environment is no longer green. So I don't want fuels. Then he will get the idea. I don't know if you are getting me this night. Why will Mark Zuckerberg want to do a magazine that is real time? He didn't want to make money. He just thought, he picked up his old, I don't know if you would still do it, but when we were in school, we have this gravity book. No.
Yearbook.
This the book alumni, not alumni, yearbook. Thank you, yearbook. Okay, so Mark Zuckerberg, how many of us know Mark Zuckerberg? And if you don't know Mark Zuckerberg, come on. You must know Mark Zuckerberg. How many of us don't know Mark Zuckerberg? He started Facebook. You have to know these people now because we cannot, the world has become global. You can't be influential if you don't know anything about people. You must, if you want success, you look at the people that have achieved the success, you look for what they do or what they did, you look at maybe 3 or 4 people in that line. That is how you learn. And so we are not just going to be fellowship people doing no. I want from this group, I want us to be explosive. That in 10 years time, nobody will believe who we are now when they see where God has taken us to. This is the reason why we are gathering every Friday to learn, to meet, to pray. It's because we want to raise a generation that will do something different. This evening we're talking about power of creativity. Like I was saying, Mark Zuckerberg, he went to school and he was looking at his yearbook and he was like, I don't know these people anymore in 20 years. Actually, I know some of my classmates. Sometimes we have the WhatsApp, when is it, this person is like, but that's because I'm not really active on Facebook. So Mark Zuckerberg decided that, you know what, let's put something online so that we all are on that yearbook real time. And so as I am growing, you are seeing my picture, and so you are still able to identify me. Look at what he has become from that thing to another thing to Instagram to better. And we will say, it's the devil that is using them. Maybe we are the ones the devil is trying to use. By not having love and desire to solve problems. If you want to be creative, it is beyond, only me, only me, only me. Do you understand? Why would somebody say, okay, the law of gravity is coming down? It says, what does the law of gravity say? Let me not say because I'm seeing that we are answering them. Let's come down. Let's stay because thank you. And so guess what happened? Somebody thought, why would you say that? I will come down when I want to come down, so there will be a law of aerodynamics. I will suspend a plane, something that is heavy, that should naturally come down. What would I do? I will not allow it. So there was this, I think it's in Warner Brothers or something. They picked up something and they started. Why did they occur to them? What is that? Creativity. In fact, the creativity in the old, you have, this generation has not surpassed it. If it is dancing on Instagram that is creativity, they have not started. It is sparking on Instagram that is not creativity. It's not creativity. These are names that we can never forget. These are people that made a difference in their generation. So I don't want to be thinking of just dancing and selling a biscuit on Instagram. No. Creativity is beyond. It is making a difference. People are laughing. I don't know if all of them. It's good. But that is not, it is limited. That is limited. You have to be fast-paced. I don't know how many of us have been on WhatsApp since 2011. It was when I downloaded WhatsApp for the first time. Okay, let me take you back before WhatsApp. Now, creativity means that, I don't want to stand up before I become a preacher. Creativity means that you are going to look at the light, and you are going to look at the light. We're going to choose to look at the light from Ayo's angle, then you will go to another angle, and that gives you a better perspective. That means you look at the mic, you turn it upside down. You say that, okay, so that means the sound is going in through here. Why can the sound not going through the organ? Why can I not have a mic that is bringing sound here and here? So when I say hallelujah, when I say praise the Lord, I say hallelujah, the microphone will pick it too. Why can I not? Don't look at dancing on Instagram and TikTok. It's not the creativity I've come here. It's not working, that's creativity. That one is normal, it's based. In those days, in Bible days, getting girls to dance is not a creative something. It's a regular human activity. People dance. So it's not that what we're talking about. We're talking about a change, a difference. So the first thing I want to ask is that, how many of us are even willing to take a feedback? So if I tell you now that, why are you wearing black jeans? Has it occurred to you that Why did I even get that? Or your father, why would I remember to? I'm not going to be creative because you are not open to ideas. So the first thing about creativity is you must have an open and active mind. Your mind must be open. And another thing is you should want to make things better. You should want to make things better. You must have an open mind. You must have I don't want to call it a critical mind. I want to call it an active mind. And so what does that mean? When you see a problem, so a lot of times, I don't know if you have noticed, especially maybe in our environment, there is a problem and everybody is walking past the problem. You know, if you're Nigerian, you can see, and nobody, let's just imagine like in this area now, we can see that somebody has shot probably at the, that's how they shoot at electrical wires and they drop. So there's no light. But everybody will rather complain. There's no light. Never is there. You know nobody has reported to them. Is it not? So we don't want to get up and do something. This evening, I want you to be activated. Get up and do something. Look at all these guys that do something. My brother is a software engineer in America. Do you know that he doesn't do social media? I'm not saying you should not do social media. It's social media. But social media is a distraction. You know, every day I'm afraid that this generation may not create greatness as we do it. Just dancing on social media, singing on TikTok, maybe not. How would you think that, okay, so I schooled in Milan. There is I don't know how many of you have heard, you can look. There is cathedrals in Italy that were built in year 1200, and they are existing till today. How many of us know the Leaning Wall of Pisa? My God. Do you know TikTok as creativity? The person who TikTok is a creativity person. The dancers are not. They are not doing anything. You understand? The Leaning Wall, look at it. You know what? They built it so high. Engineering that models your mind. In those days, I mean, how there was when there was I think World War II, when they were sending code. Do you know what of these skills is maths? They begin to look at the math, and a lot of times it's equation. And then for something like geo, you see that there's some one solution that you're going to get this equation, then they're going to get the solution. If you can solve it on ND. So yeah, people that study maths, when they're doing PhD for those kind of subjects, a lot of times you have to prove yourself and prove your point. That beyond any reasonable doubt, because it doesn't have to have a solution. What does that mean? The world is too, the earth is big, the heaven is big enough for every bird to fly. What does that mean? In this room, including myself, all of us can do something new. God, what did Steve Jobs? I don't know if you know who created the iPhone. Steve Jobs is late. You know what Steve Jobs said? He said he wanted to do something that human beings don't know they need it, but by the time he creates it, they will know they can't live without it. That's what he did. So it is not you that you are every day scrolling on iPhone that you are the creatives. It's Steve Jobs. Yes. Because half of the time they are thinking of human beings. They are thinking of how to make it easy for us. Guess what? When this guy, what's his name? I'm talking of really wealthy guys. Because I want you to be like that. That's where I want you to get. That's where I want your mind to be. I don't want us. You think it is. I enjoy that this will be like this in this time. No. It is my desire from here. Giants will arise. That is my prayer. From here, create me that for me, you know what I'll say, oh, you know this person, she's my daughter, she's my son, I'm not gonna be better for you. That is my own joy. That you are great, and I can have a link to you and reflect myself as your mentor. My joy and delight is not for us to be doing this one, what are you saying? So when we're talking of creativity, we are talking beyond what you know now as content creation. something unique. Something when I was young, there was no, I don't know how many of us know what is called marquee. Do you know marquee? Marquee, this marquee, what do you call it? Yes, I mean this text that they can put. When I was young, because you know there is sometimes long lens and it's blowing breeze and it's falling down. Now people put a structure, you put AC, you put set it up, it's looking like a hole. You need to clean out. You go to China, make markets, and you put it in empty land, and people are paying you 3 million naira every Saturday. That's the creativity I'm talking about. Not dancing everywhere. Because sometimes the dance is too much for me. Sorry, maybe we are old generation. We don't like all these over dancing people. Praise the Lord. So when we say creativity, your perspective, your ability to think is important. Then you must be able to take feedback. That means I would say, this iPhone, and then this iPhone is not working, and you don't feel offended. What comes to your mind is, I need to do something about it. Just like that, it's okay. I need to try. This arrangement is not, we must be able to circle every day. You will not think, I don't know, she will come from her office, she will even come late. She will be asking me if it's only circular we are doing. You will not feel offended. You will be like, how else can we arrange it? You are willing to take feedback, you are open to feedback. If you are not open to feedback, you cannot be so creative. And you must love human beings. You must want to make life better for them. And so it's not on the big scale, start from the little scale. And fine. This generation places a premium on value. So add value. Don't be a take person, add value. You know, some people, all they do is take. You need to add value. Creativity, as we are speaking about it, means that you are thinking outside of the box. You are willing. So, like I have said, if we have any engineer, we need to find out why the speaker can also not, the mic cannot also not have something that receives sound on that. Why it must only be here? Why? Is there a reason why it must be that? And then, you know, the painful part, we'll finish talking and we'll go online. Somebody has done it. Very painful. My idea is it. You see? And then we not Christians. But they are the ones that are the problem. They are not Christians, but they love human beings more than we Christians. And they love Christians. So what love of God are we talking about? So I don't know if anybody else has something that is coming to you, but we're going to talk about ideas. Another set of ideas, how do we make the fellowship better? We don't have to do this. This is very traditional. Do you understand? Yes. So how are we going to improve it? That's creativity. How are we going to improve it? Now, how come, and then don't look at this, like I have said, in my opinion, this is not a creative generation. I'm sorry. No. Until you guys start doing things that will make us marvel and wonder. Then we will know, okay, this is a creative generation. Look at when did Isaac, can somebody find out how Isaac Newton, when was he alive? When was he alive? 1617? So somebody can understand. They have not seen too much. They don't have information. Do you understand? But you can think so much. 60%, that's the problem. I'm telling you that buildings now, if you look, there's some buildings in Italy. That was one. Imagine. Okay? Yeah, like in the 16th, 17th century, they are thinking like that. In the 21st century, what are we thinking about dancing? It's a problem. Do you understand? They are thinking like that. When was the people create aeroplane? 18? Are you sure? Very early. Why did they create the ship that is super heavy? It does not capsize like that. And if it's wood, you put an ordinary wood on the bottom. And how come they thought of it? Sorry? 1903. 1903. So that Titanic sank in 1912. And guess what they did? I know. Titanic sank in 1912. Yeah, I know. 1907. No, we see 1912. 1903, 1903, maybe the helicopter or something. We went. They were able to. So what does that mean? There is a part of God in each and every one of us that we have failed. We have suppressed it with sometimes we think we are religious, but we are actually cultural. We are not religious. So what they have told us, you cannot be like this, you cannot suppress our thinking. So when you get another environment that allows you to think outside the box, you begin to see. So this evening, I'm challenging all of us to be creative. I'm challenging us to do something new. I'm challenging us to look at a different way to solve the problem. I'm challenging us to be interested in human beings. I'm telling you that the way you honor God is when you honor men. So this evening, I want you to know that, which is not something that we do in this country. That's why people pack money into their pockets in month. The money that is for the nation, because we don't think that it is honor to God. So you understand? They say some things in this country. I'm like, people are wicked. Like, so I understand when some people like human beings, but I think I have to honor God through men. So this evening, I want your creativity juice. That's why we bow our head and ask for ideas. I want us to think beyond what we see. People are trying to get, I don't know if you know, now, maybe 20 years now that I am aware, there are trains that are not driven by any human being. You get, nobody drives them. They drive. Now, why? Because what would be like, all human beings should be doing something intelligent, not driving a train that a machine can do. Not everything that a machine can replace human beings do. Because we human beings are the ones that carry the spirit of God. That's if there is a spirit in man. And the present God gives him understanding. So you are super higher. But you may choose not to use your should I say superpower?